Welcome to the impossible, where we empower others to face the impossible, inspire them to be impossible, and motivate them to do the impossible. We are coming at you live from Charlotte, North Carolina, with my brother Austin Douglas. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic. Hello, everyone.
Dude, we got some pretty exciting stuff to share with people today.
Absolutely, we do.
Yeah. We've been. You guys have noticed we've had a lot of changes here recently. Austin has taken over full production and content for the podcast and is absolutely crushing it on that. What are we like? 5-10x in terms of content right now going out?
Yeah, in terms of content itself and the actual traffic itself coming into the YouTube channel itself as well, and that's just really exciting to see. You know, getting all the trying to get the metrics to kind of correlate with the increase in content. So it's a rough ride. I have a whole new sense of the work that you were doing in terms of just trying to produce content before and having that break. And when I took over, I was like, okay, let's get into this. And then immediately, I mean, since day one, I've been like, wow, I am very humbled, and this is a lot of work, but it's exciting. It's really cool work, and especially working with AI tools and Claude especially has just been it's been incredible to see where we have been able to take the content and where it's going to go. So
that's what's been epic is you've been able to like 5-10x the amount of content we're outputting right now, and that's all come directly from you and learning new tools, adapting to new systems, building new skill sets, and it's phenomenal. And what's really cool, you mentioned the AI piece, and AI is a big conversation right now, and it's very, very controversial from a lot of people. But really, what we've come to is that AI is really another tool to enhance the creative, humanistic piece of who we are. It's I view it very akin to like the internet, for example, where it allowed for a massive catalyst of production and work and research and development and knowledge. And this is no different. It's just another step in that direction. The main thing we got to focus on is, I think, not allowing the AI to replace that human component, but rather using it as a tool to enhance it, which I think is something you've done beautifully with the content here.
Yeah, it's definitely enhancement versus like dictation. So that was, and that's something that honestly, like Anthropic's Claude has just been, I think, very much a game changer in terms of, there's being an AI tool and where it's at the moment. I think where he comes in, or it comes in so well, is I'm able to give him the prompt, I give him the transcription of whatever episode that I'm editing, and I'm like, hey, let's get some content out of this. And there are without a doubt going to be multiple angles and perspectives of which words are able to sort of point in a particular direction that I had not seen recording the podcast. I had not seen listening to the podcast and reading through some of the transcription. And so, and yes, I just admitted that I don't read the full transcription for our podcast episodes, but when it's 3 hours long, that's a lot of words.
It's a book.
It turns into multiple chapters. But that's the incredible thing, though, is that he sees those chapters, and it sees those chapters. I'm sorry, I've assigned a gender to Claude evidently, and so like it sees those chapters, and it's able to give us like, hey, this angle here is really, really interesting, or that angle there is really, really interesting. Let's go ahead and try that. And hey, for the short, I kind of had like, there's this little bit of overlap here, but maybe like if we kind of shift it this way, then it'll work out great as like a little teaser for the midform, because we have the midform clips as well, and that content has been insurmountably increased. And I think, and I know that with the help of Claude, that has just, like you said, gone 5-10x, because again, what it's able to find in terms of content and the subjects and the angles has been utterly incredible. And I feel wholeheartedly that it's going to help us really move in a positive direction forward, like I said before.
And I agree 100%. We've seen the effects already on the podcast. And with you taking over all that media side and production, post-production, content, everything like that, it's opened up a lot of time on my end to be able to build out a lot of really one of the biggest things we've dreamed of since day one, which is this, we always mention that global culture of strength. And we made some moves a couple years ago toward building kind of a dream we had for ourselves, which was building up a coaching collective, essentially, where we had different coaches that we were starting to work with in trying to establish more of like a community and network for coaches, to be able to grow and build and network together, have a space they can operate under, a label they can operate under. And it never really worked out at the time for various reasons. But now, with some of the technology that has emerged, we have been able to build the exact platform
Yeah.
that we wanted for that all along. And that's really what we're here to talk about today, mostly, is the official launch and release of our new app with Impossible Performance, which we are calling the Impossible app for right now. The name may be subject to change as we come up with better terms for it. But this has been just an eye-opening experience. And it's so cool to see that what we've been able to build here is really an enhancement of human connection. There's been AI assistants go into the development of this program, but all of the creative drive has come from us and our team.
Yeah.
And it's really like it just has come to life, this vision that we've always had. And being able to leverage these new skill sets, being able to leverage these new tools that we have in our arsenal. And now we can bring it to individuals pursuing their own fitness journeys as well as coaches. And so really that's at the heart of what the app is. It is an all-in-one comprehensive platform for fitness coaches to be able to go in and interface with their clients. They can assign daily plans. They can review all clients from one screen and just see what are their goals, who are they looking to build, what areas are they doing well in, what areas do they need improvement in. You can celebrate wins from there. There's so much that goes into the app, and we'll dive into some of the specifics there, but really it allows an enhanced human connection between coach and client in a way that I think has never been done before. And for coaches particularly, there's a lot of automation technology going in the background to where you as a coach don't have to sit and dig through, 30 different client notes or charts or however you organize your data currently. You don't have to dig through all of these all day long. There's as the clients work through their plan, as they make adjustments or as they do their daily check-ins, then you as the coach will just receive notifications. Hey, this client had a poor check-in today. You might want to check in on them, see how they're doing. Hey, this client skipped this workout today. You might want to check in on them, see what's going on. Hey, this client got a workout in, but they modified it. You want to check out what they did and see, just so you're aware of it and you can approve those changes. And there's all these things happening in the background so that you as the coach can just go on doing exactly what you want to do and what you're best at, which is coach, and not have to worry about so much of the back end. And then all the while you're getting these notifications as they come up to direct your attention to the clients who need it exactly when they need it. And what this collectively allows us to do is we're building a community around the coaches that are functioning on this app as well, which is what our school communities is transforming into. And from there, we'll be able to offer that networking piece between the coaches. We'll be able to bring in
Strictly between the coaches.
Yes, strictly between the coaches.
Yep.
And we'll talk about the school communities here as we close, but we have one strictly for the coaches where they have a networking space that they can interact with other coaches, see what works, what doesn't work for other coaches, bounce ideas off of each other. We'll have exclusive insights to the app. The coaches on that platform will help us develop new builds on the app. We'll get their insight for that. And then we'll also bring in guest lecturers, really high-level minds in the space, to be able to provide webinars, courses, and whatever else to help enhance your ability as a coach. And the greatest part of that is that whole community side is free, and it comes with your subscription to the app. So it's a great piece to be able to offer people. It builds this collective, this global culture of strength we've always wanted to build within Impossible Performance, and it helps us realize that vision of human potential that we've always focused on. We've always said we're in the business of human potential. And now we bring that forth in helping coaches be able to work with their own clients on an enhanced level. We bring that forth with the member side of the app, where you as an individual can do your own fitness tracking, logging, and growth independently of a coach. And we bring that forth with our own coaching platform side, which you're largely driving right now and going to be continuing to refine and develop as a personal trainer yourself.
Yeah, and it's been so much fun.
Yeah.
working through the little tweaks, the little bugs, but ultimately optimizing what those screens look like and how we can interact with them. And that's where my wonderful lady Riss has just been so much like help to our cause, not only on the creative side, but just in terms of being a client of mine in general, of doing all these tests, finding what needs to be, adjusted on the screen. Maybe this needs to be added to the screen. That needs to be, deleted from the screen. Let's go ahead and tweak this. Let's move that. All of that has just been very, very, it's been extremely helpful to have her a part of this process to get everything sort of optimized to that degree of which we feel is going to be very, not only user-friendly for the coaches, but also something that's going to just keep them engaged while on there and keep them engaged, but keep them focused. We are not a company of frills and overabundant and grandiose thrills. Like it is like there is a serious nature to this, and that's what we want to that's what we wanted to introduce into the app itself. And from the coach side, I'm very, very, very happy with where we've gotten to and to where we're going to go with it as well. Like the optimization and the testing is never going to be done. That's kind of the point, but we can also reach a point with the app, and I feel that we have pretty much gotten there at this moment to be able to introduce something to coaches, which again is user friendly, is going to be super smooth to be able to navigate, but also just to keep you and your clients focused on the task of not only achieving this and that over there, but everything. Like keeping everything on track. It's such a smooth process on this app.
Yeah. And that's really the design. We wanted to be able to focus on how do we maximize human potential. That was like the core foundation. And then from there, we built it into kind of our own messaging from, building the impossible self, using the 4 domains of performance, and ultimately realizing the vision you have for the work you're doing. And that's exactly how the app flows as well. We've built it out to where it is extremely easy and efficient to go in, perform your task, and get out and get back to the work you're doing. But then also at the same time, it's highly customizable to each individual coach and to each individual client, so that you again don't have to have this like one size fits all kind of platform or approach. You can really hyper specialize it to what each individual client's wanting to do. So you notice when you open the app, it goes straight to the home screen. And right there, you get a little good morning welcome message, reminder what day it is. You get a visual reminder of exactly who you're here to build, which is shareable to social media. That's another feature of the app. There's a lot of data and metrics really designed for high shareability, because people love to, show the progress they've made.
Yeah.
And they should. Because that is how we influence and grow and develop others. There's so much negativity on the internet, and anytime you can show somebody, hey, this is the work I put in and this is the result I got, and you can do the same. Anytime you offer that to somebody, it is such an antidote to the negativity and chaos that exists within culture today. So we wanted to build that piece in highly to the app, and there's more integrations coming with that, but we're pretty happy with where it's going already. And so you've got that piece straight out the gate. Then you've got a quick log area where you can assign 3 quick logs, ones that you use really heavily, really regularly, that you need quick and easy access to. And then down below that, you see all of your tasks for the day, which you check off one by one, and then they disappear each time you check them off. So you get that little piece of being able to just complete your entire day, all from one screen if you're working with a coach. Beyond that home screen, you set up the individual you're looking to build. So when you first get onto the platform, you design, who is my impossible self? Who is the person I'm working to build? So it's not just, we've taken it beyond just, hey, I want to lose 50 pounds. Because if you lose that 50 pounds, but you've not changed as a human or as an individual, you're not going to change. You're going to gain it right back. Yeah. And so we wanted a strong focus on not just building the goal and the outcome, but really building the individual and designing the habits, the values, the purpose, the outcomes that individual will have, so that you don't just have a physical change, but you have an entire identity shift that carries on with you beyond whatever program you're working through right now. So that was a big piece for us. So you design that individual, and then in the next tab over, you work on the 4 domains of performance, which we've talked a lot about on the show, and that's the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And we have 10 different logs built into the app across those 4 domains, where you can log workouts at a very high level, upload, submit videos. There's a database of 360 of the most popular bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit, and cardiovascular training exercises, and we're always adding more. There is a whole meal tracker and logger where you can base it off of if it fits your macros. You can just free text meal types in there. There's several different ways you can log, but we also have a built-in database. And really it operates like MyFitnessPal. It is just as good and comprehensive as MyFitnessPal is, and we're always working on making the logging piece a little more efficient and streamlined as well. There's things like supplement trackers, recovery trackers, where you can track your sleep, cold plunging sauna, anything like that. And then we've got on the mental, emotional, spiritual side, we've got emotional reflections. We've got daily habit trackers. We've got a weekly habit tracker built in now. We've got gratitude logs. We've got connection logs, connections you make with other humans, other individuals. And they're all very intelligently designed to be able to not just capture the data, capture the information, but to actually allow you to reflect and learn from it, reflect upon and learn and grow from it. And that's one of my favorite parts of how it works. With each domain, you also get a daily check-in, and these daily check-ins are just a subjective scale of how you performed in each domain that day. And those are integrated into our progress tracking platform, which really kind of gamifies the system a little bit, but it also allows you to have like actual objective metrics of how you're growing, how are you performing as an individual. And again, that's savable and shareable to social media. And then finally, you pop over and you've got your outcomes and your visions space, where you write your vision for this is the ultimate goal of what I'm here to create with the individual I'm building. And below that, you can do your weekly check-in with your coach, and you get a full this weekly check-in is insane. Like, it'll come out to 5 pages sometimes, depending on how much data you put into it. But it's a full, comprehensive, downloadable PDF form that shows you basically how you performed from every area in the week. And the coach sees that, they sign off on it, they submit comments and thoughts and how you can improve going forward, as well as celebrate wins. And then you get that as just a full, basically, review of this is how this week went, and this is how we can do better going forward. And beyond that, we've got our own like messaging system in the app as well, so that nothing ever needs to happen outside of the app. And that's a big piece we wanted to keep since day one, because we've worked with coaches in the past, and this is no detriment to them, but there's just not a platform out there that is as comprehensive and allows you to do everything in one space. And so you sometimes end up juggling between multiple different platforms, whether that's Google or WhatsApp or whatever else they might be using, or MyFitnessPal. So all these different platforms have just now been combined and condensed into one. They all work together, they all communicate together, and they all have automation built in the background to help keep the coach focused on the clients who need their attention exactly when they need it. So.
And that really touches on the second part of our I like to call it the mantra, is fostering a spirit of growth. And to quickly speak on that, I love it when we talk about having the school of where the coaches can get together and chat about what they have found here, what they found there. This seemed to work to help this this kind of client and all of that. And then but also we had talked about having a school open for just the coaches and the clients and all, just to share their stories and share all of that. And the piece about messaging on the app itself is just very, very crucial, I think, in fostering a spirit of growth and really pushing forward the individual. I know it's a piece that, again, Claude is very, very keen on us sharing and really pushing into the world are those 4 domains of performance. That is something that seems to somewhat severely separate us and make us unique within just our culture, but also the app itself and where it's going to be going. It are those 4 domains of performance. What it's really not just pushing forward, but what's growing from that, what's blossoming from this person that you are creating, from the goals that you are procuring to the work that you're manifesting and putting in, and then ultimately the person that's going to come out of that at the end. When you foster that spirit of growth with an app as such as what we are building, I feel that you are going to not only find that purpose, hit those goals, become that better person. You are legitimately going to be able to see that happening just because as we've just inferred there, it's a multifaceted direction that you need to be taking in bettering that person. You can't just lose the 50 pounds and then just be like, oh, great, I'm a fantastic human being now. I mean, and not to say that you aren't, and not to say that you weren't before, but like there's a lot of stuff that goes into taking that 50 pounds off, but there's also a lot of stuff that goes into, like you said, keeping that 50 pounds off. And then there are a lot of things that goes into how can I share that story to let other people know that if they want to lose 50 pounds or they need to lose 50 pounds, because that's, unfortunately, coronary artery disease is the number 1 killer of Americans. And so like that should be a stark kind of warning to people of saying, hey, like not that weight loss is the only thing that could fix that, but we have the numbers and we have the data that says it certainly does help. And that is not just a singular direction of, oh, I just lost the weight. Well, you got to keep that weight off. And then let's go and share that with other people. And let's say you find, and then through all of that, you find this sort of spiritual sense of purpose. It's just like this multifaceted direction of which this app is going to take you is so overwhelmingly necessary for us to tackle and for us to provide to you, but then for you to provide for yourself. You can work with a coach. You can work with you can work on yourself. It's all, like you said, it's all in one app. All in one app. Yes, we have school off to the side, and that's just a secondary platform to get people connected. But you can do everything that you need to do to better yourself and to foster that spirit and growth and that constant pursuit of the impossible on the Impossible app.
Yeah, and that's really the differentiation. Is the individual is built and constructed on the Impossible app. The community exists off platform because it's just a highly enhanced space designed for a different function, which is that collective community growth and development. So the impact you have on others in the world around you, which is ultimately how, as we've discussed before, we build and change and develop culture as a whole, which is so desperately needed in today's times.
Well, it's really awesome. Like you spoke about that evolution piece of what we've been doing these past couple of years, like trying to find what is that thing of which we share with the world to push forward that mantra. And not only, obviously this app is going to be sort of the epitome, the final product from the crucible. I feel the podcast has helped it, but also school has helped that as well. Like that was a huge part of evolution, because I think that was us getting closer and closer, going, okay, so we've built up this community. Now we can have the community, have a nice semi-private to private space to chat and to grow together. We sort of have something in their hands, but we need to put something in their hands. And what is that? The Impossible app.
Yep. And that's it's just been an honor to go through this process and to be able to learn and grow an entirely new foreign space to us.
Coding.
The amount of coding knowledge I have now versus 6 months ago is probably a 1,000% increase in growth. But it's that it's cool, and that's what we've always been about, is that little piece of not letting our own limitations holding us back. Not just saying, oh, I can't do this because I don't understand it, or I need to wait until I've got the perfect set of circumstances, or I just have these fears around this, and this just doesn't even seem like it could possibly happen. Like that's our number one skill set. We have been training ourselves to immediately move past without hesitation. And it is that embracing of the impossible self. That's literally the becoming impossible part of our message. Mm-hmm. It's not just accepting all of these excuses, all of these limitations at face value, but rather just simply asking the question, what is the first step I could take? And can I move down that path? And can I, even if I need to switch direction here a little bit later on, can I keep moving in some semblance of this direction to the point that when I ultimately arrive at a destination, it may not look as what I had originally envisioned, but as long as you stay true to that message, true to that vision, and you keep having that unruly faith in your own potential to overcome the challenges, to figure it out along the way, and to keep moving forward, that ultimate destination will be infinitely more beautiful than anything you could have constructed in your own imagination. And that's exactly what it feels like to do something impossible. And that's what we've done through our own lives with cancer therapy, with athletic performance, with the podcast, and now with this new platform for literally designed to build human potential.
And it's been incredible.
Yeah,
absolutely incredible to see. Like, again, that evolution piece is fantastic, and that's something that we could touch on for a very long time. Of just always somewhat looking back to see where we were and then where we are now, and just to think of where we're going to be. But yeah, and definitely, let them know that we will have actual recordings of the app and the usage and going through the different screens itself, as separate videos that you guys can all that y'all can go on and actually see the app live and usability, to actually visualize what's going on.
And those are already starting to be released in Instagram. I think I just put the third one up last night. So you guys will start to see those trickling in, see the different functions of the app. But the app is live already. We're in kind of a beta testing development mode right now. But for anybody who wants to get on and use the app now, if you are a coach, we're looking for coaches to help us test out this coaching piece, because we've got everything built. We've played around with it and tested it ourselves. But sometimes you got to get real people in there using it and figuring out, where the little bugs and things like that exist. Yeah. So if you guys want to try this out and get in like at the ground level with us, help be a part of designing this app out while it's still in this development space, because it's not going to be in the development space for much longer, maybe another month at tops, and then we will be launching it full release to the public for all individuals and all coaches. So you guys want to get in on this now. We're only taking 5 coaches right now to test this out with us, and we've already got some spots locked down. So definitely jump in and get on testing this app with us. We'd love to have you a part of this community, to be one of the founders in what we're building here, and to become a leader within the collective of the coaching community in which we're designing. So thank you guys. If you've been here since day one, listening to way back to the very original episode of this podcast before we ever even had video, we appreciate you being here and being a part of this evolution with us in real time. And if you're newer to our audience, we're very honored and humbled to have your attention, to have your focus, for your investment in our message, but mostly how you take that message, carry it forward, and invest in yourself and in your own potential, because that's everything we're working to do with Impossible Performance. So anything else to add, brother?
The best of times.
Absolutely. Well, guys, it's a quick one today, but we wanted to basically come to you and explain and share with you the vision and the reality of what we've created here. So if this episode has helped you in any way, or if you're interested in the Impossible app, or you know somebody who might be, please share it with as many people as you know whom you believe it would help, because at the end of the day, that is how we accomplish everything we are striving for. And beyond that, if you're not subscribed already on our YouTube, click that subscribe button, click the little bell notification. You get to see all all of the content that Austin is cranking out right now, which is just unbelievable, from shorts to mid-forms to full-length episodes. And you can follow us on Instagram. I am at impossible.performance. Austin, brother, where can they find you?
Austin_strength.
Absolutely. And everything else we have and who we are exists at impossibleperformance.com. So go there, check out everything we have available, and reach out to us if you want more info. But outside of that, guys, we truly appreciate everything you've done for us along this journey. And there is so much more beautiful, beautiful dreams to be realized.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being a part of what we do, because at Impossible Performance, we are striving to build a global culture of strength, fostering a spirit of growth in constant pursuit of the impossible. Thank you for listening, and as always, be impossible.